Well, there's some good news to report right now with this fire, and joining me live is Sierra Hellstrom with the Northern Utah Interagency Fire Type 3. What's the status right now of the fire? I know you do have some progress to report.
So overnight we saw minimal fire activity, minimal fire behavior. There was some down in the bowl on the other side of the canyon here. So the evacuations are still in place due to the possible threat of it coming up over the ridge. So we are asking evacuees to still stay out of the area. We were able to ground truth the area yesterday, and it's looking closer to 1,500 acres. We're hoping to have an accurate mapping later today, possibly tonight with an infrared, to get exactly what the perimeter is. We are at 0% containment at this time. The Northern Utah Interagency Type 3 team has assumed command of the fire, and we have about 120 personnel on scene at this time.
What's the plan of attack for today? Because as I can see behind me here, you said it's just over this mountain right here.
Yeah, so we've got crews all the way around. We got 3 crews in yesterday, so we will be having crews taking all sides of the perimeter. We've got dozers and engines on this side of the fire over on I-80 for structure protection, as well as we will continue to use air reconnaissance. We will bring in air support. We will likely have fixed wing, the very large air tankers, as well as helicopter support, so that we are bringing protection. But the crews on the ground are going to be the ones that are going to start to make some progress and hopefully start to get some actionable areas that we can create some fire breaks before this fire moves up into that area.
You just said evacuations remain in place. For how much longer? Because you've told them to be prepared for 24 to 48 hours. Is it going to be longer than that?
It's really hard to know when evacuations will be lifted. We always hate to lift evacuations to just possibly have to move them in. So we won't see evacuation levels change until we have containment on this side of the perimeter of the fire, which is kind of unknown at this time. It just depends on fire activity today. We expect up canyon winds, which could move the fire this direction. Just for safety precautions, as everyone knows, for public and firefighter safety, we're going to keep the people out until it is safe to do so.
That brings me to the question about fire behavior. You're expecting up canyon winds. What other conditions are you expecting today?
We do expect a lot of heat, and as we all know, we're in a severe drought here in northern Utah, which the vegetation is very primed for fire, and it's catching quickly. We're seeing a lot of torching, which is the trees burning straight up from the bottom, and that send off sparks. That's where we see a lot of spot fires and things like that. So the fire behavior has been very unpredictable this year, and we expect it to continue to be so with as dry as the vegetation is.
All right, Sierra Hellstrom with the Northern Utah Interagency Type 3 team, thank you so much. Again, keep an eye out for things to get a little wild this afternoon. Evacuations remain in place. Another thing we've been told, Jordanelle Reservoir remains closed today so that fire crews can use it to fight this fire. Back to you in studio.